Is your summer trip to Walt Disney World making you a little nervous? Have you heard about the Florida heat and you're secretly dreading your trip to the most magical place on earth? As someone who goes to Walt Disney World every summer, I'm here to share with you 5 tips to make your trip to the most magical place a happily ever after. Hello everyone and welcome to Finding Moments of Magic. I'm Kim, bringing you tips, tricks, and moments of magic from Walt Disney World, Disney Cruise Line, and beyond. Going to Walt Disney World in the summer is actually one of my most favorite times of the year. I love how in the evening the sun is down, but the temperature is still warm, it still feels like summer, and it's not uncomfortable anymore. You still have to get through the day of a little bit of uncomfortable heat in order to get there. But I'm going to give you my 5 ways, simple ways of making the summer heat manageable. First, bring your own umbrella. This is not only going to be important for the afternoon storms that usually happen during the summer, but it's going to offer you protection in the queues out in the sun. Some of the queues are inside of a building, for example, Space Mountain. However, the extended queue, outside. And having an umbrella will allow you to shade the sun, offer you a little bit of relief before you get inside the building. So don't just bring that umbrella for the rain, bring it also for the sun. Number 2, beat the heat at its own game. That means come prepared with a cooling towel, a fan, or definitely your own personal bottle to hydrate. A combination of all 3 is going to be really important. But making sure that you are taking care of yourself while in the heat so that you don't become overexhausted or heat exhausted, which would not be a magical ending to your trip. Number 3, I like to change out my shoes. So in the morning, I start with tennis shoes that offer great support so that when I'm on my feet a lot in the morning that, I'm ready to go. However, by the afternoon, my feet are looking for some relief. So what I usually do is switch out to sandals. I have a pair of Clarks that I really love that offer some nice support, and my feet are then free. They're free from the confines of my tennis shoes and socks, and it's a nice balance to change out your shoes. That way your feet don't get sore. Number 4, book a sit-down table service meal for dinner. This is important so that you can regroup, refuel, and relax. We found that on our most recent trip, we had booked a handful of restaurants, but we did not have one for every evening, and that changed. So we ended up booking a restaurant on the days that we did not have a pre-booked restaurant. We just went into the My Disney Experience app, found a restaurant that was available in the appropriate time that we were looking to eat, and we booked it. This was actually a game changer because we hadn't really done that before. We hadn't really had a pre-booked meal or a booked table service for every evening meal. We would, just kind of alternate between some table service and then quick service. However, this was definitely a game changer. So I suggest either pre-booking or kind of leaving it open like we did for some of the days. Gives you a chance to try a new restaurant if it's not your first time at Walt Disney World. And we really enjoyed it. Again, book that table service meal in the evening in order to regroup, refuel, and relax. Number 5, and this is my top tip. I will give this tip hands down as the best tip every single time. And that is to go early to the park, come back to your resort room for a midday break and swim in the pool, and then return in the evening. This offers you the best possibility of managing that Florida heat. First, if you get to the park, let's say Magic Kingdom, before rope drop, so if it's opening at 8:30 for a resort guest, you get there around 7:30, 8 o'clock. You're still not in the high heat of the day. It's still warm. It's Florida in the summer. It's still warm, but you're not in the high heat of the day. And you will have the opportunity to experience many different attractions before it starts to get crowded. We found that it really started to get crowded around 10 o'clock. More people started coming in. They were sleeping in late, coming in then. And then the lines started to become upwards of 40 minutes to maybe 60 minutes. But prior to that, pretty low lines. You have Fantasyland and Tomorrowland open for resort guests for early magic hours. That would be the first half hour of the day usually. You can check your My Disney Experience app for exact times depending on when you're going. For us, it was at 8:30, from 8:30 to 9. And then we still had about an hour after that when the rest of the park opened, and it opened to all guests, whether they were staying at Walt Disney World Resort Hotel or not, and really got a lot done. Then leave around lunchtime and take that midday break. Return to your hotel, have some lunch, refill that refillable mug if you got one of those refillable resort mugs, and swim. That will cool your body down. I absolutely 100% recommend a midday swim every single time. So take that time. Believe me, you're not missing anything. It's actually still part of your vacation. I think some people think you're missing something if you leave the park, but you're not. Going back and swimming at your resort hotel is still part of the magic. It's still part of the fun, and it will cool you down, allow you to relax and regroup. And then you'll hit up that refueling for my tip number 4, going to a restaurant for an evening dinner. So definitely rope drop, midday pool break, and then in the evening after your sit-down meal, you're going to return to the park, or you can return to a different park, return to the same, go to a different one if you have a park hopper pass, and just enjoy it in the evening. It's cooler. It's still warm, but it's cooler. The sun is down. It is cooler, and it is really nice in the evening. Many people with smaller kids, not all of them, but many, have maybe left the park or are waiting for fireworks, and that is the best time to go on to the rides, is during fireworks. So make sure that you take advantage of that time in the evening. Sun's down, a little bit cooler, still warm, during the fireworks. While everybody else is enjoying the fireworks, you're enjoying the rides. What do you do to beat the Florida heat and still have fun? Let me know in the comments below. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep living the magic. Bye-bye.